and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown letter.
Young TV.
I'm gonna give the people a few minutes to get in here before I get started. So the foundation to this video, while we waiting, is the today it was brought to my attention that a sister Tabajet on Ashanti Zulu had done a video about a fundraiser for an attorney for Malachi York. I want to get into some of what she said because the sister is right. I'm not participating in no fundraisers. So as we wait for people to come in, I'm gonna go over a couple things real quick. One, Rod Hayes do not do fundraisers. Two, Rod Hayes do not trust any of these attorneys that's bar members because they part of the war effort to oppress us as a collective, organic originals from the land. The first bar association was chartered by King George in Savannah, Georgia in 1863 or 1864. In the original charter, the instructions was to the attorneys, lawyers, or whatever bar member they is to take everything from us. You can look up the original charter of the Bar Association out of Savannah, Georgia by typing in first bar charter from Savannah, Georgia, and it's going to tell you that it was issued by King George as the barristers' union to be dispatched to the Americas. How y'all people doing today? We had to nip some bullshit in the bud. So somebody got a flyer out, and they attributed this flyer to me and some lady named Shalimar. I don't even know who she is. By listening to the sister Tabajet, apparently she has children by Malachi York, but I don't know her. I've never had a conversation with her. I've never met her. I don't know where she live at. I don't know where she come from. I don't know nothing about her. The next thing is, anybody that's been watching me any period of time know that I told you there ain't no money gonna get Malachi out, ain't no attorney gonna get Malachi out. The only thing gonna get Malachi out is to overthrow the system and establish something called a jurisdictional supremacy. This video not gonna be long because I'm just gonna touch on it because I want the sister to get the video and watch what I'm saying. But I have been contacted to do fundraisers for many other chiefs that's incarcerated. The reason I don't do fundraisers is we did all that already. People have raised thousands of dollars in the Free Larry Hoover campaign, and Larry's still not free. People have raised thousands of dollars for the free Imam Abu Jamal, aka H. Rap Brown, and he's still not free. They did fundraisers for the last 22 years, and all these people collecting this money don't have nothing to do with me. These attorneys don't got nothing to do with me. So whoever is doing these fundraisers, I would appreciate if they don't put my name in that bullshit because it don't got nothing to do with me. I don't do fundraisers. I don't do public meetings, public gatherings. I don't do none of that because that is all obstacles to progress, and I'm not trying to be obstructed. I'm trying to be liberated. So when I was watching her, I didn't disagree with her. And as a matter of fact, I was like, I hope they find them motherfuckers because they ain't got nothing to do with me. And she right, I'm not a Nubian, I'm growth and development, a whole different tribe, but I can speak up for any tribe leader that's been displaced by this system using nefarious means like COINTELPRO. So I'm gonna recap what I said at the beginning so y'all are aware of what I'm talking about. If you go to YouTube and you look on the page of Ashanti Zulu, the sister Tabajette is going over a flyer that somebody got my name on that I don't got nothing to do with. And they attaching me to somebody that I don't even know under the false pretense that we raising money to get an attorney or a lawyer to get Malachi out, and that shit not gonna work. Flat out. That bullshit not gonna work. Because they done already tried it. Now people are using Malachi name and other chiefs that's incarcerated to enrich themselves off of these people's misery. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with nobody misusing somebody else's intellectual property, they photograph, they name, in order for them to enrich themselves. And the person, you're absolutely right, the bars are the crown. The barristers is a subset of European royalty. This is why they got titles of nobility that's prohibited in the Constitution, like Esquire and Honorable, right? All of them is European nobles. They don't got nothing to do with me. I don't trust them. Just like Tabajette said, she don't trust none of them niggas. I don't trust them either. We was working on Malachi's situation. I told the Empress to fall back and let us finish doing our part of this task, and then we can double back for the chiefs that's incapacitated. We not raising no money to pay no lawyers to do nothing, because they not gonna do nothing. And none of these attorneys are gonna do anything for us because they not for us. They are absolutely against us. Even the ones that come with the smile on their face and the handshake and a guarantee to get a motherfucker, they all of them been lying. I don't trust the lawyers. I don't trust the bankers. The banks is about to collapse. It's on the verge of collapse. They priming us up for 2 prime terrorist attacks. I don't trust them. Right? So I don't got nothing to do with a fundraiser. I don't do fundraisers. I don't even do public gatherings. Because what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. It's just that other people who don't know the tribal ways of the land, they don't know what I'm doing. But a lot of the elders got the memory and the recall of what I'm doing know exactly what I'm doing, and even some of the youth know exactly what I'm doing. It don't have nothing to do with fundraising, because I'm not finna raise no fiat to support this fallen system. This don't have anything to do with attorneys, because they the enemy just like the police. None of them belong over here. The tribes know how to govern their own self once you take the artificial corporation from off their backs. So this has nothing to do with me. I don't support it and I don't agree with it because I know it's all based on the fraud and people out for a money grab in the name of Malachi York. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate it. I don't condone it, and I'm not part of it. Anybody tell you Rod Hayes doing a fundraiser, know that it's a bald-faced lie. Somebody made that bullshit up, and it don't got nothing to do with me. The distractions gonna keep coming, Alex. The problem with the distractions is this. As long as they can keep y'all focused on that political stage show, as long as they can keep y'all focused on celebrity gossip, then you can't even see your liberation because you looking in the wrong direction. All it is sleight of hand tricks. Don't fall for it. I'm not doing no fundraisers. I'm not participating in anybody else's fundraisers. If I was going to participate in the fundraiser, I would have helped my sister Christina with her fundraiser to get whatever she's trying to get because she had a car accident. I told her I can't do a fundraiser. And then all of a sudden today I wake up and find out somebody got me participating in some fundraising that I don't even know nothing about. Now imagine that. You 200% innocent and then somebody throwing your name in the mix of something that you already said you don't condone or don't agree with, right? They already told you that the infiltrators in the Nubian nation don't want Malachi home because they don't want to stop making money off his name under these false pretenses. Yeah, Miss Dean, that's my girl. It's a couple of them. It's quite a few of them. I be trying to give everybody shouts out who been doing the work, but I can't always, when I'm in the middle of it, sometimes a name will slip, you know. But Miss Dean, the truth, in Floorburn, she know what's up, right? Look, all we got to do is let the system fall. When the system fall, our system will activate because there is no other available system. I'm going to try to let you in. I don't know if it's going to let you in or not. It's adding you, but I don't have nothing to do with no fundraisers. I don't do fundraisers. I don't even solicit for my own donations, right? People got to ask for my cash app before I give it up because I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for the liberation of us. And that's the hardest thing for people to grasp. Peace out to peace.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty fair for a square. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm maintaining. Ain't nothing but love going on down here in Macon, Georgia, man. Just seen you online and it's good to congratulate you for all the work you doing, man. All the great lights you shining. Great, hey, that gorilla, Roy. Hey, what's up, bro?
Man, I'm trying, man. You look like just like one of my homeboys, man. For sure. Y'all look like twins.
Oh,
He
yeah.
from Mississippi, though.
Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know it is down old Muggy area, man. See, you know, all of one family, one tribe. I see everybody online. I ain't mean to stop the education. I ain't know. Actually, it was a mistake that I hit the button, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And by the time I said that, you were like, "I'm finna try to let you on," so I had to tighten up right quick. Expedition.
It's cool.
Yeah,
It's
man.
cool. I was just,
You know,
I thought you had something to add to the build we was on, but I'm gonna let you out, and I'm gonna go back and cause I'm only gonna be on here a couple more minutes, and then I'm you know.
hey, we'll catch back another time, man. We got your back. Keep doing what you're doing, hold it down, and stay lit, man. You know we'll catch in the winter circle, right?
for sure.
All right, Chief.
All right. Peace. Yeah.
My love, bro. You see how it let me out of here.
Yeah, I don't even know why it won't let me let you out.
I wonder what that means, Rod. Holding on to progress. Let me hit this button right here, Rod, so you can keep doing what you're doing, bro. Let me see if this work, though.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. What I do, bro?
What I do? Oh, okay, that let him out. All right, so back to what we was talking about. So, for those who didn't see the video yet, Tabajet was informed of a fundraiser to work to get money for a lawyer or an attorney for Malachi. And she showed the flyer, so she ain't making it up. So they can't say she's making it up. Somebody sent her the actual flyer and asked her if she knew anything about it. I'm just in the dark about the flyer as she was. I don't do that. That's not my MO. That's not my mission. That's not my purpose, right? I'm just trying to get everybody caught up to the point where we understand that this fallen system, right, needs our participation to maintain itself. But the more we become aware, the faster the system falls, right? And so when she went over the flyer, she ended up calling the attorney. The attorney like, I don't know what you're talking about. So now you got Tabajet calling the attorney about a flyer, about a fundraiser for lawyer fees to get Malachi out, and it's got my name on it, and I don't know nothing about it. I'm totally in the dark about that BS, and I'm not in a good mood about it, and I don't like it. I don't know who them people is. I don't know what made them decide to put my name on there, but any of y'all that's been watching me, right? Any of y'all that's been watching me know I done told y'all that money and lawyers is not what it takes to get Malachi out. Only thing that's gonna get Malachi out is the tribes of the land get jurisdictional supremacy over the corporation. The corporation don't want to go. The corporation want to stay and keep us slaves. I don't agree with the corporation. I don't agree with none of the shenanigans they doing, and I don't agree with these black devils misusing and misrepresenting my position and my name in order for them to enrich themselves, because I could have been doing it to enrich myself. I could have been asking for fundraisers and cash apps from day one. People be asking me for my cash app, and I don't be giving it out. I don't do my cash app like that. And the cash app and the PayPal, on none of that stuff got nothing to do with me. I never seen that cash app before. I never seen that PayPal. I don't even have a PayPal account. That none of that stuff have anything to do with me, right? And the lawyers is the enemy. You're gonna send the enemy in, knowing what they knew when Malachi was going to court, that there was some trumped up governmental conspiracy BS going on. That's why he changed lawyers so many times during the trial process, right? They don't want to do what's right. They want to do what's oppressive to us. I don't trust them. So I'm not going to give them, I'm not finna get nan lawyer, nan dime for nothing. I'm not even paying the lawyer if I go to jail. If I go to jail, I'm getting a court appointed because I'm gonna tell him what to do. And if he don't move like I expect him to move, Alex, what's this link you sent? See, now there you go with the shenanigans. I'm sitting here telling people that don't do fundraisers, and you putting this link in, support this blockchain, nourishing the planet, animals, and humanity. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's right there is what we're talking about. That's what you call devilish actions. You sitting here listening to me tell these people I don't do fundraisers, and you put a link in for a fundraiser. These goddamn devils. Mm, mm. Matter of fact, I'm about to do something I don't even do. Alex, Nolasco, I'm about to block your ass. So you can go fundraise on that. So, yep. I don't even be blocking people because I want these motherfuckers to see to come up. I want them to see the difference when we in the proper position in the jurisdictional arena in our proper capacity in order for us to execute an overthrow of the system. But he got his ass blocked today, right? He's sitting there listening to me tell them I don't do fundraisers, and then he gonna post a fundraiser link in my chat. That's some foul ass. That's foul as hell. Goddamn devils. They always in on some BS, right? They always in on something that don't fit, right? I told y'all, how do you know the devil? Whenever peaceful people congregate to talk about peaceful things, they come in and disrupt the peaceful flow that's taking place because they some damn devils. They can't stand to see us educating each other, passing on information, shining the light in their dark places and exposing their secrets to the world. So what they want to do is come in and get us and turn us against each other. I don't got nothing bad to say about Tabitha Jet. That sister been a rider ever since I've been watching her. I don't got nothing bad to say about her. I'm just letting her know. I'm putting this out there for somebody to be able to send it to her, so she'll know I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't support it, don't agree with it, and don't know nothing about it. Right? I got a whole different chief. I just believe in righteous being spoke up by the righteous. He probably was an agent. I don't care. He blocked now. They always come with them shenanigans. So he out of there. And so if she want to reach out, she can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. The Instagram is the Sick Eight. She can inbox me, and I'm gonna give her anything contact from her priority because I've been watching her work. I've been watching Tabitha Jet since my brother down in Detroit sent me the first link about a year and a half ago. So whenever I can catch her, I catch her because she give me valuable updates, right? She was saying that I ever write Malachi. When I wrote Malachi, he was under such heavy restrictions. They sent my letter back and said I wasn't on some kind of list that I was supposed to be on, and I haven't wrote him since. But that was when I first came home from prison. He had been locked up probably about 5-6 years then. I came home in 2008, right? But in the position that we in, only thing that can help is for the tribes to take the land back and exile the corporations that's masquerading as our government. And if we don't understand that, then we behind the curve. We already got our own land. And the problem is on our land, we being held hostage by foreign agents masquerading as our government. Our land has always been our land. We one with the land. We the human manifestation of the properties that make up the nature energies of the land. That's why we born over here and not somewhere else, right? So they hold in a corporation as a superior jurisdiction because don't nobody want to follow the oral tradition of the tribal right to exercise the tribal right to reclaim the land. Yes, she get a little, she get a little rambunctious sometimes, but I can understand it because she been fighting these devils way longer than me. Remember, when I first came home, wouldn't nobody let me do nothing to help. So I had to figure out a way on my own to be of service with what I know. And I know this, as long as we follow the oral traditions, which I've been doing from to the letter, and we can get in a position to reclaim what's rightfully ours, They gonna surrender it because they already start surrendering it. Now you gotta watch for the false flags. Watch for the false flags. So I don't know this to be 100% what I'm about to tell y'all, but the signs that I'm looking at look like the false flags is going to target the Statue of Liberty in America and the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The irony to that is they was both constructed or created or however you want, designed by the same individual. And the Statue of Liberty is a whole drag queen, and we've been thinking it been a woman the whole time. I haven't, but most people think it's a woman. It's a whole drag queen with a torch. So if you don't understand that a lot of these people y'all think is women is men dressed in drag trying to usurp the matriarchal rights of rulership, then y'all still got some catching up to do. They dress in drag, they push this alternative lifestyle agenda and all that, right? This we got to do better. We got to do better. I ain't never been to Statue of Liberty either. Yeah, so the Black Swan event is the major economic shift. That's the Black Swan event. The false flag is they are setting it up as the false flag, but it's not a false flag. The falling government is behind it. The government that's falling gonna be behind whatever they stage. And the whole purpose is to get y'all into that apathetic state of misery. To make y'all think that they got so much power that they can tear these monuments down in our face and it ain't nothing we can do about it. I don't care nothing about the Statue of Liberty. I don't care about the Eiffel Tower. I don't care about none of that. None of that got nothing to do with me. Just like I don't do fundraisers and I'm not going to no group gatherings. That's why I've been telling them for years. People keep asking me, "Can you want you to come speak up?" No, I can't do it because they just waiting on me to put myself in the position to be a classified cult leader, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm just teaching lessons, going over lessons, reviewing the Wahabian lessons, Nation of Islam lessons, Nation of Gods and Earth's lessons, my own growth and development lessons. I'm going over all these lessons in the public because we got different tribes that operate under a different vine and fig tree, but we all tied together by the blood and the rights. We all tied together by the blood and the rights. I don't have to be a Nuwabian to tell you that a Nuwabian got done dirty. That's not required. I don't have to be a peace stone to tell y'all Angel Bay got done dirty. I don't have to be a Crip to tell y'all that Big Tookie got done dirty. I don't have to be a Muslim to tell y'all Imam Abu Jamal, formerly known as H. Rap Brown, got done dirty. And all of these people are the leadership that they don't want us to have because they got answers to problems. They got real answers to real problems. So they want to take them away from solving problems and put them into a position that the biggest problem that they face with is their own personal problem. Being incarcerated. I did 16 plus years. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. So I'm not in this for money. I accept donations, but I don't solicit anybody for a donation. If you go back and look at my first appearance on Brother Rich, my first appearance with the young elder, I told him in the public, I don't be looking for no money. I'm not doing this for money. It's had nothing to do with money. And as long as people think it's about money, they lost. That's not my God. I don't worship money. Money can only provide an agency to solve problems, and if I can't use it to solve problems, I don't need it because I can live off the fat of the land. You know? So, shout out to the sister Tabitha. Keep doing what you're doing. Know that Rod Hayes got nothing but love for you, and I totally agree with you, and I don't got nothing to do with that flyer or that fundraising, and I don't even know who that lady is that they got me on the flyer with. I don't know nothing about her. I don't even know who she the mother of, right? I done had calls from several of Malachi children, but I already told them I don't do fundraisers. So anybody telling you Rod Hayes doing a fundraiser, making that shit up, they pulling it out their ass. It ain't me, right? And the reason I had to go over the lessons is because it's critical pieces of information that all of the tribes seen differently that has to be brought together to bear upon the same problem to offer us a viable solution to our condition. Yeah, so the leadership is a whole nother animal from just taking the fathers out of the homes. Taking the fathers out of the home is the home leadership, but taking the leadership out of the community, now you took away the substitute father, because the leaders in the community father a whole community. They play father to all of the children, the ones that ain't even theirs. So they want all of us to be at odds. I'm not finna say nothing bad about that sister because I ain't seen no cause to say nothing bad about her. She doing what she feel is right, and I'm supporting what is right no matter who doing it, right? Yeah, the fat lady singing and they don't know what to do. Yeah, so we can't sit here and everybody that's trying to do a righteous work attack them. But what she did, she was justified because that shit don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't did no fundraisers because I already know what the situation is. I'm not finna do what's been tried 1,000 times and failed 1,000 times. It's not gonna work on the 1,001st time, right? Right? There's always somebody trying to raise money to get one of the elders out, one of the chiefs out, one of the leaders of the community out, and it's always some attorney that's giving these false promises about I can do it. You can't do it because you part of the problem. The attorneys is part of the problem. The bankers is a part of the problem, right? So once you get rid of the problems, stuff self-correct. Once you get rid of the problem, things self-correct. And these black devils is the worst ones. I keep trying to tell y'all. Everybody want to hold you to the standard of their tribe, but we not all from the same tribe. Even the Mississippians is a couple hundred tribes, right? From north to south. It's a whole bunch of different tribes, but the name's been changed by foreigners in order to confuse us to who he is, and they ain't confusing me because I'm organic Mississippi clay dirt walking. Everybody that know me and been watching me for any length of time know that's what I always said. Organic Mississippi clay dirt walking in human form. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody's fundraisers. Peace to Carolina. I see you, Brittany, Cheryl, Faye, Quentin, Reese, Rich, Roland. Your chief, your primary chief is the elder in your family. Before you start looking for external chiefs, you have to go through your family first. And the rule is most loved, most respected in the family is normally the chief. Normally it's a big mama first, and then it's a man that's a support. Either it's her husband or her eldest son or one of her sons. That's the support system for the familial linking of the other tribes. So the elder in the family go out and they do their public works to expose the public to who they are and what their mission is and what they trying to work on so that they can make other tribes aware of their presence on the land. If we don't do what we're supposed to make our presence known on the land, then nobody won't know who we is, and then we become impotent at our work. So always look to the elders in the family first. Some of our elders is batshit crazy too, just so y'all know. It don't make them any less loved and respected, but remember, before 1492, we was not Christians. Before 1492, we was not Muslims. Before 1492, we was not Hebrew Israelites, Hebrews, Jacobins, Jews, or any of that. Before 1492, we knew who we was, and we didn't need anybody to tell us. All of a sudden now, we don't know who we is because they done got all of this conjure work going. Exposing the conjurers is breaking the spell, right? Malachi told us years ago that there's three major conjures. The Babylonian conjure is the oldest one, which is known as the spell of Kingu. The second oldest sleep spell was put on us by the Egyptian priest called the Amun priestess or Amen priest, who keeps you saying Amen to subjugate your inner self, your higher self, from ever taking charge and liberating your mind from this BS. And then the most recent one, I call it the George Washington conjure, where they grouped us all together like sardines and said we the same fish. We not the same. They look like us, but they not us. Them black devils. But as long as y'all keep looking to kill Whitey, you let the white man standing next to you talking about kill Whitey and he look like you. I'm gonna say that again. The white man is telling you kill Whitey, but he look just like you. He's a black devil masquerading as one of us. They not us. And I already told y'all how to spot them. If you want more information on it, look for a book by Malachi called Are There Black Devils? Look for another book by Malachi called Where is the Devil Today? This is old material from the 90s that's still true, right? These black devils is the worst devils because we thinking that the skin color is determining who is right and who is wrong, and that's not the case. It's not about skin color. Skin color was just used as a tool of oppression to enforce an artificial caste system based on skin complexion. This go all the way back to the arrival of the conquistadors, who was originally looked like us, but now the history books and whitened them up, pale faced to their skin, and got you looking at the wrong people as the enemy. There's a book called Black Conquistadors. Go get it, right? Matter of fact, anything you can find on the conquistadors, just know them was some Spanish niggas masquerading as us. Once they hit the land, they took off their Spanish regalia and dressed up like they from the tribes. They ain't us. They don't believe what we believe, and we got different beliefs across different clans. They try to group us all together like we all the same. We not all the same. Them niggas is not like us. Go ahead, Kendrick, tell them. They not like us. They might look like us. They might have the same nappy hair, the same brown skin, but them niggas is not us. And until y'all get that through y'all head and stop this hate campaign that they the one started the white supremacy. The white supremacy doctrine is called Protocols of Zion. The white supremacy marching orders, or the rollout of it, is called Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike, right? And as long as y'all stuck on skin color, you stuck. You can't wake up from the slumber focused on the skin color when the worst devil is the one that looked like you, standing next to you with that big ass grin on his face, talking about kill Whitey. We gonna get some guns and kill all them crackers. That nigga is the white man. The white man don't got nothing to do with skin color, and it's all about the royal families of Europe usurping the royal families from the rest of the parts of the planet in order to dominate and subjugate us. So if y'all don't know what's going on, sit down, be quiet, and watch. But for the ones that know what's going on, they understand that this is the end of the devil's reign, and Rod Hayes, along with people like Malachi York, is sent here. They got to conjure me up. I don't just show up. They have to conjure me up to come out and do this work, right? I don't got to like it. I don't got to like being here. I don't got to like participating. But I'm going to tell you what, I ain't going to lose. And as the saying go, I'm going to win. I might not win immediately, but I guarantee you I'll win definitely, right? So all of the hates, if it give you a sense of hate to another human being, that's part of the divide and conquer stratagems of these goddamn devils. I smoke, I'm a tobacco chief. I smoke. I smoke cigars, I smoke marijuana. I'm a marijuana tobacco chief. That's in our culture dating back before 1492. Everybody don't have the same tribal traditions, so all of us don't have the same protocols, right? I don't drink. Um, I, I might have a beer every now and then, but I'm not a drinker. Anybody that been around me will tell you, well, I've tried to give him something to drink, but he ain't really. Alcohol ain't good for us. Alcohol ain't good for us. When I was a teenager, I was a teenage alcoholic, and I found out the hard way, alcohol ain't meant for us, right? So I know exactly what I'm doing according to the instructions from the elders that they left in the public domain to follow the tribal's oral tradition to reclaim everything from these damn devils and to tell y'all who they is, where they at when I see them. You know, that's why you don't hear me just calling people out ad nauseum, because a lot of the people who believe, they use science now to justify hate. And that's when you know they didn't reach the pinnacle of application of divide and conquer techniques and tactics. When they can justify the divide and conquer using science, they really in on it. Well, um, I personally don't drink. I might have a beer occasionally with my brothers and whatnot, but I'm not a drinker. I don't go out on Friday night, get sloppy drunk, come home. That's not me. I don't go to parties where we go in with the intent to get sloppy drunk, because I'm gonna be outside in the cold smoking my marijuana, smoking my cigars, and the rest of them, they don't have nothing to do with me. So if the Most High drink, because it do say in the ancient text that Anu was a drinker, he liked beer, he liked wine, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm earthborn, right? So as soon as we realize this, that we got different tribes. Every tribe got a tribal cultural tradition that they teach to the members of the tribe. This is why we have literature, right? We do not have, in the growth and development, we do not have as much literature as the Nubians have. The Nubians have a ton of literature exposing a whole lot of devilishment across the land. Yeah, I'd rather smoke than drink too. So, the tribe I'm from, we permitted to smoke and we permitted to smoke marijuana. But the Nubians is prohibited in their literature. And if you don't believe me, go get the Holy Tabernacle Family Guide, and that's the instructions for the living conditions of the family members of Nubians, right? And in there it say we don't drink, we don't smoke. And that's their culture. That's their tribal culture. This is why I keep telling y'all we wasn't all Moors, because the Moors have a specific culture that's all of us don't adhere to. We couldn't all be the same thing when we don't all adhere to the same culture. And this is why we were so divided when they came, because all of the chiefs couldn't come up with a common war strategy to stop them. So what they do? They challenged us to a conjure war. That was their worst mistake. Their worst mistake was to challenge the elders to a conjure war. This is your American Revolutionary Conjure, where they wrote the Constitution of blood of Crispus Attucks and backdoored the deal to the U.S. Constitution. They came up with a secondary constitution that's put us in a stupor based on the blood. All this stuff is documented. I done went over it all 100 times. I done explained it ad nauseum, right? And these black devils stay at it. They don't want Malachi out because they know soon as Malachi on the manifest, we gonna see some serious things, and he gonna be putting names in books. You know how he do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get Ansar Cult rebuttal to the slander, and you understand. Malachi gonna have names in books, dates, places, locations, photographs, charts, diagrams, explaining his whole situation to y'all with all of the dirty players, including some of the people that he's blood related to that don't want to see him free. Bullshit. I'm like Tupac. When I get free, motherfuckers better wash their ass. Soon as we touch down, gonna clock some cash. There's some time locked up, but I'm back on the streets. It's gonna be hell when they see me. So we don't all have the same cultural practice. Example, GD's vice lords and peace stones all have written literature. But when we go out west, the Crips don't have written literature. They got oral literature. They got what we call them now catchphrases, but they rules. They rules to live by. The same with the Bloods of Pyrus. They do their stuff different than we do in the Midwest because they a different tribal network that's operating in the West and the Southwest, right? Then you have the ones out of New York, like the Nation of Gods and Earths, and then you have like other unknown groups in New York that's been doing this stuff behind the scenes, and they are some of them. The Nation of Gods and Earths got literature. They got the Supreme Mathematics, Supreme Alphabet, and they tied back to the Nation of Islam through Clarence 13X connection to Elijah Muhammad. The Hebrews of Yahweh ben Yahweh had literature. So you could go back and you can study what they taught as they different tribes. And if you feel drawn to that tribe, it might be your tribe because they talk in your language in the literature. But we were none of us Christians, were none of us following Islam or Judaism until after 1492. Show me a masjid, church, or synagogue built in America before 1492 if we was any of that. And they can't find it. They finding castles all over the land because they said it wasn't no royalty because we left to go fight the Gullah Wars. We here now. This is where we at. We at the point of no return now. We done got so far into this liberation fight that it ain't no way out but victory. That's it. And anybody who got an issue with Tabitha need to leave that sister alone. Let her do what she doing. Keep doing what you doing. If you get to see this video, Tabitha, I don't got nothing to do with no fundraisers, and that shit pisses me off, right? And I don't support nobody that's using Malachi's name to enrich themselves, and he ain't getting none of it. That's where my biggest problem come in is if you do a fundraiser for Malachi, he should see some of that money. Even before the attorneys get some, at least 10% of it should go to his account. That's how I feel about it. I'm not doing no fundraisers because I don't trust these motherfuckers. I don't trust none of these attorneys because I know what they about. I know why they here, and I know what their job is. They all bankers. The attorneys are bankers too. They just got a different part of the bank. Go read the first charter in Savannah, Georgia, 1862 to 64 by King George. Read the charter. My brother man in Flint asked me one day, can you send me that charter? I need to read it. Yeah, I sent it to him. I didn't posted it on my page for people to read, but you know us, you want to hide something from us, put it in writing. Because now it ain't in a book, it's out in the open. And these people are still doing the same dumb shit. And I ain't with it. I don't appreciate nobody putting my name to something I don't have anything to do with. Yeah, so the Banker's Bible go into the intricacies of banking, right? They need that too. Yeah, the first charter of the Bar Association was in Savannah, Georgia by King George. I think it was King George the Third, but sometimes I pulled it up under King George II before, and I pulled it up under King George III and IV. So one of them King Georges, right? And if you don't know what you're looking for, everything that you've seen in the history coming into this situation is everything you've seen going out. King George in the modern era was George Herbert Walker Bush. He's been executed or put to sleep, whatever you want to call it. And he declared himself by Senate Select Committee as King George I of the United States of America in 91. Go look it up. Matter of fact, you can find it in Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper, where he talks about him making himself the king by Senate Select Committee, which makes his son become King George II. That's why he became the president, and Obama is his asset, and Clintons are his assets. If you don't know the political arena, you won't never know that. You won't never know Hillary began as a Republican, but the old man told her to marry Bill and become a Democrat because he needed to cover both sides of the aisle, is what he told her. All this is recorded information. This ain't nothing that you can't go find yourself. I'm just telling y'all right now because I'm not finna go through pulling up all these receipts because you know how I do. I will do it if it was required. But since I done already put the receipts out there on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can go look them up, right? The whole farmer situation where they sharecropped us, greeted us out of our land because we wouldn't sell them the land, and they conned us out of it with that con game. I see all of the con games. I know how they played, right? So, I don't know. We ain't watching. We seeing what we want to see instead of what's going on because we don't know that everything that these people is doing is designed with the specific intent of oppressing us, and they got people infiltrating every tribe to make sure that we infiltrate it so we can remain overthrown. Some of us do not wish to be subjugated by a foreign agency. I can take orders from Malachi York. I can take orders from Larry Hoover. I could take orders from Jeff Ford. I can take orders from El Chapo. I can't take no motherfucking orders coming from the White House. The White House is Casablanca. They made a whole movie about it, but we ain't know what they was talking about. Casablanca is a Moorish paradigm. If you look it up, the Casablanca, which means White House, is overseas somewhere. It ain't over here. But they had to put their embassy over here, and all embassies is marked by what they call an enclave. The enclave is to give a foreign jurisdiction within the confines of the enclave. Then they use postal zones in order to put everybody under the same jurisdictional position as the 10 square miles known as Washington District of Columbia that was originally called Rome. That's not a coincidence for them to tell us all roads lead to Rome, and then we end up at Casablanca and Rome, currently called Washington, D.C., renamed after George Washington, after they wrote that secondary constitution in the blood of Crispus Attucks to subjugate us and tell us that we from somewhere else like we ain't gonna know. Some of us have been born over here so many times that lie don't work on us. And I'm one of them. So I got clear, vivid memories of past lives, and I don't remember these people being over here, and none of them, all of a sudden they over here, and I can see them moving on the land, and it's hard to distinguish them because they look like us, but they not us. And they got a whole lot of elders that's telling us, right? If you don't know what it takes to set up an embassy, you can Google it. You can ask AI, how do I set up my own private embassy? They're going to tell you. They got a book, how to start your own country. It's the same thing. Because if you got a country, you got to have diplomats. Because the diplomat's job is to go around and foment relations with foreign nations. The word nation has been usurped because it used to be tied to natal, which was the navel that was connected to the child. Is coming from the mother, but it's all been hijacked by the admiralty jurisdiction of the Uniform Commercial Code, and so they all wear uniforms to enforce the code commercially, meaning publicly, meaning openly, right? Meaning as a advertisement that puts you in an adversarial position by an adversary. All of this stuff is all a bunch of legalese, gobbledygook to keep you confused about what they saying, because we didn't used to speak English. That's why Malachi wrote Nuwapic, right? He sat down with them sisters. They came up with an original language for the people of the land. Everybody not gonna do it because we lazy, and we always want somebody else to do the work for us, but we don't want to do our own work. I'm doing my own work. I don't want nobody to do mine because I don't want nobody effing up my stuff. And if I find one of my brothers incompetent, I'm gonna do their work too, because I know how to do it. Yeah. The paperwork war is called a paper trap, a paper chain. It's called that for a reason. I didn't make it up. It was already in existence before I started coming out here telling y'all what was going on. The paperwork is the paper trap that keeps you bound with a paper chain, and it's all contracts. And the first part of con is it's a lien. Con means to go against something. A tract means a piece of land. And Malachi said in the lecture that Abraham was talking a lot about a lot of land. Let that sink in. So people doing that stuff with deliberate and willful intent to usurp the liberation of the righteous from the oppressive nature of the wicked. It ain't gonna work, because I'm not gonna attack that sister, because she been doing a good work this far. Why would I attack her now? Because she said my name that's been falsely implicated in some BS that I don't agree with. Right? So I'm gonna cut this here. I don't got nothing else to say. We know who they is. We know how they move. Stop letting them step on us and start stepping right on out their way and let them go and fling themselves off of a very high cliff with no rope. And they can take a long walk off a short pier and hope they can swim. I don't got nothing to do with that. Anybody want to put me on the flyer, make sure you contact me and ask me first, because I'm going to tell you I don't do fundraisers. I'm going to tell you that so fast your head going to swim. So whoever put me in that, I really don't appreciate it. I know what you devils is up to, and it's not going to work. And that's all I got to say about it.